Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's Echo Stretch. In this video, I want to go ahead and see if we can get some cheats for Call of Duty Cold War. I do have PS4 Reaper set up, as well as I've already went ahead with the jailbreak, and I loaded PS4 debug so we can connect with our PS4 Reaper. And I also loaded Orbis's toolbox just so we can see the title ID. So we can go ahead and hit our PlayStation button. You can see that the title ID is CUSA15010, and if we go to our info, you can see that we are using version 1.27. So we can go ahead and back out of there. We'll launch up the game. I have the game loaded with zombies. So there's a few things we can search for. We can go for the money, our health, our ammo. What I'd like to do is just start with a number of things. I know the health does have 150. But sometimes health isn't exactly the number that is shown. So I like to go for something that I know that's going to be, which would be the ammo or money. And then once we do get that, then it's a lot quicker to do the searches. So let's go ahead and start off with ammo. We can see that we're at 30. We'll go with the small number as the big number. It doesn't really matter for the big number because if we can lock it into the small number, which is 30, then we don't have to worry about reloading anymore. So let's go ahead and pause the game. We'll go ahead onto our Reaper. Go ahead and connect. I already have the IP address in for my PlayStation 4, so we'll go ahead and hit connect. Give it a few moments here to get connected. It will load up the memory map. Okay, so it's attached to the e-boot, and you can see that everything does come up. Okay, so what we're going to do is do a scan. We'll go ahead and hit our scanner, and we'll type in here 30, as that's the amount of ammo that we currently have. And we're going to go ahead with select all. That basically selects all the memory spots in the list. So we'll go ahead and select it. We'll take a couple of seconds here just to automatically select them all, but shouldn't be too long. A few seconds or so. There we go. So once we do have everything selected, we're going to go with 4 bytes. Usually ammo or money, mostly anything with a number is usually 4 bytes. And then obviously the exact value is what we're looking for. So the initial scan, if we go ahead and hit first scan, and we'll just say OK. The initial scan will take a while. It may take 3 or 4 hours. Basically, it's going to go through all these here and search for it. And then once we do put in the second value, then it'll unselect these as if they're not needed. If it doesn't find the value in them, then it'll automatically unselect them, and therefore it'll bring down the search time. And then once you do get one result, a final result, then every other search is pretty easy. That's why I usually wait until health for last. That way I can, if it's not 4 bytes, it might be a float. It could be anything. But we'll get into that there once we get to that point. I'm going to let this go ahead, and once it finishes, we'll go from there. Okay, so now we finished with 148,000. We can go ahead and change the ammo amount, and go ahead and search again for a new value. So go ahead and unpause. Just take a few shots, doesn't matter. Shoot a zombie if you want. Just bring it down. There, bring it down to 7. Hit pause. Jump over here. Go ahead and take out our 30. Put in our 7. And go ahead with next scan. And if you take a look, the memory locations, there's some that aren't checked. So it'll be a lot quicker this here time, and we'll just let that go. Okay, so we got 144 there. Things are looking good. I'm just scrolling through the list here, and I don't think it's any of this down here. I think if it's going to be anything, it's going to be up here with the executables. So we can go ahead and check select all, just so it unselects everything, and we'll just manually select these two, and then we'll do another search. So we'll go ahead and unpause it. Go ahead and, well, we can shoot him. Go ahead and reload. Let's go buy a door just to change that as well. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and pause it. And we're at 30, so we'll search for 30. Jump over to here, and we'll delete out 7 and put in 30. And go ahead with next scan. Okay, so we got our search down to 68. Let's try once more here. We'll go ahead and shoot a few shots off, maybe bring it down to 15 or so. 13 works as well. Go ahead and pause it. We'll go ahead and put that in there. We'll search for 13. And go with our next scan. Okay, so we ended up with 68 again. Just looking through what we have here. It looks like these two are all by themselves. I don't think it's up in the 03 section of the executable. There is a lot to go through, and if we keep on getting 68, it may take some time. So let's go ahead and just try these two that are in the 1.4 section. So we'll go ahead and just double click on them, and it'll add them in. Go ahead and go back, and we'll add in the other one. So we can go ahead and change the value. We'll start off with this one, and we'll go ahead and just put in 30. And go ahead and hit send. Go over to our game and unpause it. Okay, so that did work. We are at 30. So let's go ahead and shoot a few bullets. And let's go ahead and try putting it on lock. Okay. Okay, so you can see that it goes right back up to 30 once we do take a few shots. But that there is fine for that gun. What if we go ahead and buy another gun? I know I don't have the money for it, but let's make a few dollars here and see if we can buy another gun. Okay, I don't think that's enough either. How much is this gun? $7.50. Okay. We'll just wait a few seconds here and we'll get enough money for it. Okay. Okay, we have enough money now. So let's go buy this gun. Okay, so you can see that we do shoot it, and it starts going down. So what we need to do is find the set of instructions which minimize the ammo. So we can go ahead and do that by just hitting pause. We'll go over to here. We know this is our code, or our address I should say. Go ahead and copy it. What I'd like to do is just create a notepad. Just call it Cold War. We'll go ahead and put our ammo, our first code in. Go ahead and paste it. And then we'll come over here and paste it in right here. We'll go down to debugger. And we're just going to set a watch point. So we'll go len1 and then there we go and hit set. Okay, so basically once this is triggered, once the ammo value changes, it will detect it and get the list of commands, or instructions I should say. So we'll go ahead and unpause it, get away from him, go ahead and just shoot our gun. Oh, that's why it's not working. I don't have the right gun. Here we go. There. So once you do take a shot, you will get this up. So we're going to go ahead and hit no, and then we'll hit pause as well, just so we don't end up dying. So we can see the instruction right here. If we go ahead and copy this here command, copy it and put it in here, and click on this little tool icon, then we can see the list of commands right here. So just looking over it, this is 7.6, which is the same as that, but it's not the instruction's not there. If you look at the instruction here, it matches up with this one. Sometimes it could be any of these here. in this list, but majority of the time it is the one that is the instruction. So let's go ahead and just copy this. I believe this is going to be it anyway, so we'll go ahead and copy that address, which is the 346E, and we'll put that in our notepad. And let's try to go into our assembler. And we're just going to go ahead and NOP it. Okay, NOP basically just changes the instruction. So we'll go ahead and analyze, and it makes it all 9090. And then we'll go ahead and hit send data. And we'll add it to our trainer as well, and we'll call it max ammo. Then we'll go ahead and hit OK. Come over to our trainer, go ahead and select max ammo. You can see max ammo enable comes up. So we'll go ahead and unpause it. Let's get away from the zombies here. Go ahead and shoot. Okay, that gun works good. Kill that guy, he's a little too fast. And then we'll try this gun as well. Okay, so it's staying at 6. So that there is working. That is the command that we need. So let's go ahead and pause it. And we'll go ahead and put that in our notepad as well. So we can go over to our assembler, copy the 9090, put that in, and then we can just go ahead and put on here, and then to turn it off will be the default command, which is right here. Go ahead and copy hex. And there we go. So that's set. So now that we have that done, it's going to be a lot easier to find the money and the health. We can go ahead and go back to our memory map. We know that it's not the executable 03. Chances are everything is in the 14. If one of them is in there, then they probably all are. So go ahead and unselect 3. We can close out all this now, as we don't need it open anymore. And we'll go with a new scan. And we can come over here and let's go for our money right now. So our money's at 455. We can go ahead and hit pause. And we'll type in 455. And go ahead with the first scan. I'm going to use 4 bytes as well, and obviously the exact value. So we'll go ahead and hit first scan. And we'll go ahead and hit OK. We'll give that a few moments. Okay, so we ended up with 11 results. You can see that it only took like 2 minutes. It is a lot quicker once you do have it down to the exact memory spot. So let's go ahead and try to change that number, and we'll do one more search. And I think with one more search, we should be able to narrow it down to a few. So let's go ahead and switch guns here. Shoot him with that one. There we go. So 545, we'll go ahead and pause it. And we'll type in 545. And go ahead with the next scan. And we'll give that a few moments. Okay, so we ended up with 2 results, which is good. Let's go ahead and add both of them. And then we'll go ahead and start at the FF4 one. Let's go ahead and change it to... It's only for testing, so we can go ahead and change it to, say, 10,000. And go ahead and send. Go ahead and back out. Okay, so that actually worked as well. So let's go ahead and pause it. Try putting the lock on it. We can unlock this one now, because we don't need that. So now that we have the lock, let's go spend some money and see if we can keep the 10,000. Okay, so it looks like the 10,000 is staying. So let's go ahead and see if we can find the list of instructions that actually change that value. So we'll go ahead and hit pause, and we'll do the same as we did before. Go ahead and copy the address. Let's put it in our notepad for money. And then we'll go ahead and put it in here. And then go down to our debugger, and we can just go ahead and hit set for our watch point. It will delete the old one, so that's good. Now what we just need to do is spend some money, and it should pop right up. So let's go over, we can buy the shotgun. This will work as well. Okay, and we'll go ahead and hit no on this. And then go ahead and hit pause just so we don't get killed. Okay, so we can see the instruction right here. Let's go ahead and copy that address. And we'll go ahead and put it up here. And then click on our tools. Okay, so if we're looking at the commands here, it looks like it is the one that's actually here. If we go ahead and look at it, it is 387, and the command is not the same. So it could be this one, or it could be this one. This here one has a minus symbol in it, so I'm thinking it's probably that. This one says plus. It could be that one, which makes sense with the instruction. But sometimes it is this one, and with the minus symbol being here, I think this is it. So let's go ahead and just try this one. We'll go ahead and go into our assembler, and we'll type in NOP, and we'll analyze it, and then send data. And we'll call it yes. We'll say yes to that and call it max money. Go ahead and hit OK. And we'll go over to our trainer and just enable max money. And then we'll go shopping and see if we can get it to work. Okay, so we have 10,000 there currently. Let's see what happens whenever we spend some money. Just so we can make sure that we have this unchecked as well, just so nothing gets confused. And then we'll go ahead and spend some money. Ooh, and that worked. That brought our money up even more. So it's not taking it down, which is working. Let's go ahead and just try spending a little more money and see what happens. Yeah, so it's not taking our money away. So we got that. Let's go ahead and try for health next. So we'll go ahead and pause it. And I'm going to do it the same thing I did before. I'm going to go ahead and add these in. So it was the 37 that we used, yeah. So we'll go ahead and copy that address, and we'll put it in here for our money. And we can copy the off, copy hex, off is that. Go ahead and put our on command as well. It's only small, so I can type it out. 90, 90, and 90. Okay, so we're good there. I'm just going to save it just in case. And let's start going with health. Now, health can be tricky sometimes. If we go ahead and look at it, it does say 150. Sometimes it might say 150, but it's actually not even one. It's not even the number. So let's give it a try. We'll start it off. This is why I save health for last, because you never know. You could be looking for a mystery number. So let's go ahead and search for 150, and we'll see what happens. So we'll go ahead and minimize this. We can close out the disassembler and the assembler, and we'll go ahead and go into our scanning tool, go to new, and we'll go ahead and type in 150. And we're going to go with 4 bytes and the exact value. So we'll go to our first scan, hit OK, and we'll let that go for a few moments. Okay, so we ended up with 117. It's quite a few to actually go through. So let's go ahead and change our health, and this is pretty easy to do. All we got to do is get hit a few times, and then we'll go ahead and hit pause. So we'll jump up here. Where's the zombie? I think they're all up in the top here. So we'll go up here. Here we go. Let him hit us a few times, bring it down to maybe 90 or so. There we go. Hit pause. And then we'll go ahead and change our value to 90. And then go ahead with our next scan. Okay, so we ended up with 3, which is a good number. We'll do the same. We'll go ahead and add them all to our list. And then we'll go ahead and just start at the top with the AA. Change the value. Okay, I ended up adding AA twice, so let's go ahead and delete one of them out of there, and then we'll go ahead and put in. We'll put one. Let's put something that we know that's not going to be, because if it regens, it's only going to go to 150. So we'll use 200, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so we'll unpause it, and there's our health at 200. So let's go ahead and lock it and see if we can get it to stick. Okay, so our health is going up. Something with this here is we might need the instructions, because what if we had a bunch of zombies? They may bring us down and kill us before it actually brings it back up. So let's go ahead and find the instruction for that. Go ahead and pause it. I'm going to take that there address as well and put it in our notepad. Notepad. Health. Go ahead and paste it. And then we'll go ahead and put it up here, and we'll set the watch point. Go ahead and set. And then this is pretty easy to do. We'll just unpause it, get hit, and then we'll go ahead and say no, and just pause it again. So let's go ahead and uncheck this. We'll grab this here, address, and put it up here. And we'll click on our tools. So if we look at the address, the BB, the instruction is RCX plus. Looks like it's this one right here. And this one says plus a bunch of numbers. This one up here is minus though. If we take a look at this one, this is, I'm thinking it's probably this. Even the subtract one. The subtract one could be it as well. It's either one of these two, I believe. The plus I don't think is actually what we're looking for. I think it's going to be a minus, because when you get hit, it's always a minus. So let's try this one first, and then we can go ahead with this one up here. So we'll go ahead and copy that address. And we'll put that in our notepad. I believe that's going to be it though. They may both work as well, so go ahead and paste that, and then we'll copy the hex as well, and we'll name it on, and then off, put in that. Okay, so then we'll come over here and we'll go into our assembler, go ahead and knob it. There we go. And then analyze, copy that as well for our text document, send data, and we'll add it to our trainer, call it max health. And then go ahead and hit OK. So we can go over to our, right here, it's already unchecked, so we're good. Go ahead and enable it with our trainer. And you can see it does pop up. So let's go ahead and just put this in here as well before I forget. And then we'll go ahead and see if it works. Okay, so that's not moving at all. Our health is good. Okay, so before we go, I want to show you one more thing. We do have the cheats, and they do work in PS4 Reaper. That is fine. But what happens if we want to use them over on PS4 Trainer, or if we're just hosting a site with the PS4 trainers? They won't work. If we take a look at the starting address, you can see it's 400,000. The way the web trainer works is it starts at 1. Unfortunately, you're going to have to minus it. Now, it's very easy to do. It's not very hard. We can go ahead and just copy our address. This is our main one. We don't want to worry about this anymore, as we don't need it. Just worried about this. Open up our calculator. Go on hex. Go ahead and paste it in. And then minus the 400,000. There we go. And hit equals. And there we go. That is our main address if we're going to go ahead and use it on a PS4 trainer site. So we can go ahead and just hit enter there. and then paste it in. Nope, I didn't copy it. Go ahead and click on our calculator again. Try copying that again. And we'll go ahead and paste it. Okay, and we'll just delete out that. There's our main address. And if you're going to go ahead and add it, you have to remove these minus symbols as well. Just like so. Okay, and an easy way to do it if you want, you can go ahead and replace this with nothing, replace all. There you go. That's the quick way to do it. So we can do it for the other ones as well. Let's go ahead and take this address, open up our calculator, paste it in, and then minus the 400,000. And that is our address. Copy it, paste, and we'll do the ammo just so you can see. Go ahead and select our ammo. And we'll do the same over here. And paste minus 400,000. And copy. And just like that, we have the 3 cheats, and they're good to be on the web trainer or any other program that that uses that method. I think PS4 Reaper is the only one that doesn't start it at 1, so you kind of got to do the math yourself, but you can go ahead and add them to whatever you want. But yeah, that's basically it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Hope I didn't confuse you at the end here where you have to minus it. But yeah, if you did like the video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.